Heyo folks, this is Ham the Guinness Gamer here, bringing you my next Myth of Empires video. Today's video is just going to be a short one. It's just going to be two tips that I really wish I had known when I started the game. Beginner tips that one will increase your XP a lot and one will increase your gold or your copper coins a lot. So before I get into those, if you like this video, all the normal stuff, give me a subscribe and a like and any comments to make underneath. But for now, let's get straight into it. Both these tips require that you have a boundary marker. A boundary marker is a guild building, and there's a lot of complexity to it, so I'm not going to go into it, but you'll need to be in a guild and they'll need to have placed a boundary marker for you to be able to make use of these tips. The first thing that's very useful in the boundary marker when you hit E on it here, and I've mentioned these before, up in the right hand corner here, blessings. Blessings increase different parts of the game, and the one that I'm focusing on here is the EXP gain, so the experience gain. You can buy this for 339 coins in my guild here, and you get an experience gain of 56%. Now, this coin amount will be different, and the percentage amount will be different depending on different guild techs and things like that. Again, I'm not going to get too much into that. All you need to know is that when you buy that blessing, you will have an experience gain for an hour. The length of time doesn't seem to change, but just the percentage and the cost will change. So for an hour. And most people, if you've been playing the game for a while and you have a guild, most people will have came across this experience gain and will be using it. As you'd expect, it gives you extra experience for crafting and grinding and gathering and all the normal stuff. But what a lot of people don't seem to realise, that it also gives you extra experience when you're handing in missions. So that's the tip, as opposed to just using the blessing. Only hand in your missions, only actually physically claim your missions here. Click the claim button when you have that blessing up, because what it'll do, yes, it'll increase your experience. So this daily mission here would normally give me 800, plus that blessing, 50 odd percent blessing, I would actually be getting 1200. And that is true for every kind of mission. So don't be handing in your missions unless you have that XP blessing up. You'll see here I have a couple of main missions to collect. I have a couple of dailies to collect as well. I'm not collecting those until I put that blessing up. Now, depending on how new you are to the game, you may have never even seen these missions before. So how do you get to it? You just go to your inventory by hitting I and you click the fifth one in, and that's missions. 6 different types. I'll not spend too long on them, but basically you've got your main missions that are generally ones to help you learn the game, and you will have, if you've been playing more than 5 minutes, you will have completed some of those main missions, maybe without even knowing it. So you'll probably have some missions to claim, but again, don't claim them until you have the blessing up, the XP blessing up. What you also have here then are daily missions, and of course these refresh every day. Depending on what level you are, they'll be different. There's some gathering ones and some killing ones generally, but depending on what level you are, those will vary. What you need to gather will vary, and what the level of the warriors you need to kill will vary. What I would say is you should do these. You should, if you can, if you have the time, you should do 5 a day, because you get an extra mission then for completing 5 daily missions, and that'll give you 2,900 coins and another hefty XP amount. So what I managed to do most days is I do all 5 of these missions while my XP blessing is up, and then I complete the complete daily mission as well, the complete 5 daily missions mission, and then you get the extra XP bonus for that as well. So you tend to be able to crack them all out within the hour of the XP window. Some are harder than others, and sometimes it can be a bit difficult to get them all done in the hour, but generally speaking you can. So I do all of those then in my hour XP blessing when I have that up, and then if I have completed any main missions at any point, I also collect them while that XP bonus is up. So that will sizably increase the amount of XP you're getting no matter what level you are. Like ours is at 50% there for the first blessing, the second blessing's over 80%. So it's dearer but gives you a higher percentage. That is significant. If you're handing in missions that are totaling, they're 800 each and that one 1600, that's quite a lot to add an additional 80% to. So it really will increase the speed at which you're leveling up. One thing I'll say as well, if these missions are new to you, you can do the same mission over and over again. So at the minute what I do is I'm mostly collecting whole wood because of where we're built and it's easier got. So I run and I collect 115 whole wood. Then you have to claim the mission, and then another one refreshes to replace it, and it'll be the same mission again, another 115 whole woods. So I just collect 115 whole woods 5 times, hand in the mission 5 times, and then put in the hand in the complete daily mission, and that's me, and I get all that done within the hour, and the sizable increase in XP is very, very noticeable with how quickly you're leveling up. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, to be able to do it, you also have to have done these daily missions. So tip number 1 there was to increase your XP gain. Tip number 2 is to increase your copper coin gain. Now, in the early game, copper coins are fairly plentiful. You get lots from your missions and you don't tend to use too many or spend too many. At some point you will hit a coin crunch. For me it was when I started to level up a lot of my skills, particularly from levels from 600 above. You have to pay 21,000 coins to level that, or that's one of the options for leveling it. So 21,000, that's quite a lot across all the skills, and even to level up above 450 it is 3,500. Now those are new figures, they're March 2024 amounts. It was more before, when this game was out a couple of years ago, so you'll see other videos elsewhere with different amounts, but right now, as of right now in March, level up above your skill above level 450, it's 3,500 coins. Level your skill above 600, it's 21,000 coins. Then I believe the level above 750, which I haven't reached yet, it's 90,000 coins. So that is significant. So if you have no coin problems right now, you will at some point. It's coming. So the best thing for you to do daily to get those coins up and to get you a bit of coin in the bank for when that coin crash starts to come for you, you do these 5 daily missions, okay? And then what you do is you go to the boundary marker. And when you have done your 5 daily missions here on the boundary marker, you can go to resource collection. And what you can do is you can sell any resource to the boundary marker. It's basically selling it to the magistrate, it's selling it to the game. And you can click on it. Once you go into resource collection, you can click on whatever you want, and there it'll bring up sand, sell 394 sand at £2.70 or 2 whatever 70, 2 coins 70, and you get total price then of 1,063. But you can do that with anything. You just click or unclick on it and decide what to sell. Now there is a limit. The reason why you have to do the dailies, as you'll see here, is, I'll just put that in my inventory, is you cannot sell without doing the dailies, because it brings up this error message. Complete daily missions to unlock daily tribute limit. Complete 3 to unlock the max limit. Now the max limit, again, like everything in this game, is relatively complicated, and it fluctuates. It fluctuates with different guild skills. I'm not going to go into that again. For your benefit, you just need to know that you can just keep selling stuff. So sell whatever you have. Once you've done your 5 daily missions, just keep selling everything that you have that you don't need and you don't need to keep, and that will bring up your coin. And as I say, you may think, oh, well, I need wildflowers right now more than I need coin. Trust me, wildflowers are a lot easier to get down the line than coin is. So you should be selling as much as possible. Every day that you do your daily missions, don't be letting this go to waste. Sell stuff and build up a coin stockpile. These are 2 tips that I really wish I had known. I discovered much too late, because they're useful from day dot, from the very start. Really, once you're in a guild with the boundary marker, you should, if you're paying actively, you should be doing both of these daily if you have the time. Of course, I understand everybody doesn't have the time to spend an hour a day gaming. But if you have the time to do it, it's well worth it, both for the XP gain and the coin gain. But for now, that's us. Those are probably the 2 best tips I can share at the minute. There's obviously a lot of complexity surrounding both of them, with the boundary marker and then the guild text and the guild skills and stuff. I will do videos about all of those in depth in the near future. But for now, these 2 tips are what you should be focusing on as a beginner. And that's us then. As I said at the start, if you like this video, give us a subscribe and any comments, etc. Blah blah blah. But for now, wherever you are, goodbye and good luck.